These guys, Fletcher Cox and Cedric Thornton, are big enough defensive tackles to play the 4-3. And Fletcher Cox was an elite defensive tackle in a 3-4, in my opinion. The analysts would always talk about Fletcher Cox, and he's finally going to his first Pro Bowl this year. If he decides to go to the Pro Bowl, and in my opinion, he's been elite for a while. And Cedric Thornton, you always see him blowing up a lot of plays. You always see him being just a force, tackling the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage, getting to the quarterback, you know, all the time, and just not giving up on plays and stuff like that. He's got the attributes you want for a defensive tackle. So if you ask me, this defensive line right here is mostly for pass rushing, but they can also stop the run as well. Fletcher Cox, you know him for stopping the run. Cedric Thornton, you know him for stopping the run, blowing up plays. Both these guys blow up plays, running plays. Brandon Graham is versatile. He can do both. And if he gets to the quarterback or the ball carrier, you know he's gonna get that ball out. Same with Connor Barwin. He has pass rushing moves. He reminds me of a young Jared Allen. So in my opinion, we have Jared Allen. I can't compare Brandon Graham to anybody. I haven't really seen much. I don't really know much right now of who I could compare him to, because he is a little shorter. I'm trying to think of a defensive end that played for us. Maybe I could compare him to, but I can't, and I can't compare him to other players because they are bigger in stature and you know, all that. But he's his own man, and when his career is done, I'm sure we'll be comparing other people to Brandon Graham. That's how good he is, and his potential is great as well. Fletcher Cox, a lot of people say that he's like Reggie White, and he just happens to play for us too. Cedric Thornton, you know, I maybe compare him to somebody that played for us before, like Corey Simon. So that's pretty good. So you essentially have like maybe a Reggie White, or even like one of those Minnesota defensive tackles that they had before, like Kevin Williams or Pat Williams. So you almost have like the Minnesota Vikings defensive tackles from the early 2000s, and you have Jared Allen that was playing on the Chiefs. You have a young Jared Allen here, Brandon Graham. You have Michael Kendricks, in my opinion. Can't really compare him to anybody because he's so fast and agile and can rush the quarterback. The only reason I don't have him as a right outside linebacker is because I just want Marcus Smith to be there, and he's got some great potential still. And Kiko Alonso, I like to be a beast at 4-3 again. If I was to compare Kiko Alonso to somebody, it would be how Clay Matthews plays at middle linebacker. If you've seen him play with the Bills, that's who he reminds me of. He reminds me of Clay Matthews, or you know, somebody that just keeps making plays at middle linebacker. And then we have D'Amico Ryans, who's a backup, will substitute from time to time. So yeah, there you have it. That's what I would have for 4-3. That's what I would suggest. Now you guys can do this with your favorite teams, you know. Um, so for DNs in the 4-3, you want to have guys that, you know, are at least 240 pounds, but have good pass rushing moves, power and finesse, enough tackling, you know, obviously hit power, enough tackling and hit power. You want to have that in everywhere on defense. But you want to kind of want them to have speed in the high 70s. Good combination of speed and strength. Like if you have a guy that's like maybe 73 or 74 speed or low 70 speed, you want the guy to have like, you know, mid to high 80s strength. But here we have a good combination of speed and strength here. And Brandon Graham is 265. Good combination of speed and strength, and he's got great tackling and hit power. He's got great tackling. He's got very good tackling and hit power. Fletcher Cox, defensive tackles in a 4-3. You want them to have at least like 280 pounds at defensive tackle. So yeah, your outside linebackers in a 4-3, they could have, for example, left outside linebacker, they could be 230 pounds and up, 230 pounds. Some are actually 220 pounds and up. Middle linebacker, 230 and up. There's still 220 and up. Right outside linebacker, you want to have them a little bigger. You want to have them at least 240 pounds and up. You know, and the rest, you know, you could have it to where you want. So that's where I would have my Eagles right now, and that's what I'm gonna have online for my online depth chart. Now all these players aren't in Madden 15 on the Eagles, but I'll just make do with the players we do have. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, stay warm wherever you are. Alright, see you guys later.